So somewhere along the line, people who have a strong grip and a closed club face at the top have learned to swing out to sometimes, not all the time, project that golf ball over here so it has room to work its way back to the target. Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you to draw your driver in seconds. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'm going to have you draw on that driver in seconds, and all we're going to do is make two simple adjustments to have you drawing that driver. So smash that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, thank me. If this video really helped you improve your golf game, contribute to the ongoing success of my YouTube channel, and comment. These things help in more ways than you know. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go over the ball flight laws like I do at the beginning of most of my videos when we're talking about some sort of curvature on the golf ball. And so I play golf left-handed, so I'm going to start doing it left-handed, but I'm going to describe it to you as well right-handed. So remember, the club face is the most important variable for the starting direction of the golf ball. So if this face is square at impact, the initial projection is going to be straight. Might curve once it gets out there. We'll talk about that in a second. Left, it's going to launch left. Again, it can curve left or right. And right, it's going to launch to the right. Again, it can curve. So the spin or curve on the golf ball, the easiest way to digest that is think about ping pong paddle, ping pong ball. So as a lefty, if I go this way across the ping pong ball, the ball is going to spin to the right, which is our draw. And if I go this way across the ping pong ball, we're going to get the opposite ball flight, which is a fade. And so thinking about that, what needs to happen here is I have to get my path traveling, for me a lefty, to the left of where my club face is pointing to initiate that draw. Now let's turn around, let's do it right-handed. So ping pong ball, ping pong paddle. If I go this way across the ping pong ball right-handed, it's going to spin this way. That's my fade. That's not what I'm looking for here. And if I go this way across the ping pong ball, the ball is going to spin the opposite direction or to the left, which would be a draw for a right-handed player. So the same thing needs to happen here. I've got to get the path of the club going to the right of where the face is pointed when I strike it. And that differential, that difference, is what's going to impart the spin that I'm looking for. So to make the adjustments, the two simple adjustments that I want to make to have you drawing it in seconds, we're actually going to talk about slicing the ball first and why that happens. And then we're going to look at people who hook the golf ball and why that happens. And we're actually going to take a page from their book. I'm going to teach you something that they do, make two simple adjustments that will teach you what people who overdraw or hook the ball do. As I said, we're going to take a page out of their book, and that's going to lead us to drawing the golf ball in literally seconds. So, as I said, let's talk about a slice and why people slice the golf ball. So I'm going to do this left-handed, and the reason is, one of the reasons, is that the club face is really open late in the downswing. And as golfers, we have hand-eye coordination, we have athleticism, we have some awareness that we know the ball's supposed to go that way with some distance. So when I have this really wide open club face late in the downswing, if I don't make some sort of adjustment, that ball is going to go off to the left, it's going to slice, it's going to really not be functional and not a functional shot. So we have this, and again, we're not thinking about this stuff. A lot of this is subconscious because of hand-eye coordination and some awareness of what we know the ball is supposed to do. So what we do, club face is open very late in the downswing, is we swing really hard to the right. For a righty, it would be the opposite. So the righty, again, I have a left-handed club here, but you get the idea. The righty has the face very open late in the downswing, and they swing left to hopefully project the ball over here somewhere that they can accommodate the fade. But what that does is that gets the ping pong paddle going this way across the ping pong ball and ultimately results in a fade or a slice or a shot for a righty right of where you want it, and for a lefty a shot that's left of where we want it. Now let's think about people who overdraw or hook the golf ball. Typically they have a very strong grip. Remember, strong is away from the target, weak is towards the target, strong is away from the target. Both hands, I'm moving both hands away from the target. And so the club face gets shut, not all the time, but a lot of the time it gets shut at the top of their backswing. Well, if from here I swing to the right with this closed club face, that ball, going back to the ball flight laws, that ball is going to start right and it's going to continue to travel even further to the right. So somewhere along the line, people who have a strong grip and a closed club face at the top have learned to swing out to sometimes, not all the time, project that golf ball over here so it has room to work its way back to the target, because we always want the golf ball moving towards the target. This includes the putting green as well. I want that ball to finish moving towards the target. That's why it's very important to pick a very high line so the ball's always moving into the hole and doesn't get underneath the hole and start running away, which we've all witnessed that. We'll talk about that in another video. But back to drawing the driver. So taking a page out of a person who hooks the golf ball or overdraws the golf ball, taking a lesson from them, we can actually learn to draw the golf ball quite quickly. And so how am I going to do that? And that's really what the nucleus of this lesson is. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to strengthen my grip. Remember, that's both hands away from the target. So what I'll do is I'll actually get both of my thumbs down the left-hand side of the grip. So that gives me a very strong grip. Now the other thing I can do is I can hood or close the club face a little bit. So you see how I'm doing that? So I'm strengthening my grip and I'm closing the club face. So if I now swing and I have that outside to in path, ball's going to go to the right. So I'm going to work very hard to hit a functional golf shot with this very strong grip and this closed club face. I'm going to work on starting it to this tree, over this tree on the left, and having it draw back to that red flag that's down the fairway. And again, with the very strong grip and the closed club face, I'm going to have to work really hard. What am I going to have to work really hard at? Swinging to the left. What creates the draw? That left swing path with a cohesive club face. So that's where our draw is going to come from. So we're going to make a slight grip adjustment, go a little stronger. We're going to hood or close the club face a bit. And then we're going to work on starting it left of our target. So I'm like picturing a little window out here that I want this golf ball, once I get my grip and I get the club face closed, I'm going to work really hard on starting that golf ball through this window, up over that tree, and giving it room to draw back. Now I've got the TrackMan hooked up here, and I'm going to throw some TrackMan numbers up there for you. As you've seen, if you've watched a lot of my videos or I've done in other videos, my typical pattern with the driver is I'm just a little outside in, and I play a straight to maybe baby fade sort of ball flight. So I'm a good test to see if we can get this working on me. Hopefully it'll work on everybody. But I'm gonna just hit a shot, kind of see what my baseline pattern is. Then we're gonna make those couple adjustments that I know is gonna have me drawing it in a few seconds. So let's get a baseline here. So I'm just gonna set up on the red flag down there, just my typical setup, my normal golf swing. And I'm just gonna hit a stock standard drive right down at that red flag. And as mentioned, kind of started at the flag, just a little baby fade, comfortable ball flight for me. I like to see that. So now, let's put it to the test. Let's see if we can change that ball flight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make my two simple adjustments, which are stronger grip. So that's both hands away from the target. So I've got both of my thumbs down the left-hand side of the grip here. Hopefully you can see that really well on the camera. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to hood this face a little bit. So very important, close the face, then get your grip. Because if I just have a regular grip and turn the face, well, guess what? By the time I get back to impact, my hands are going to be right back where they were. So grip first, nice and strong, hood the face next, and then I'm going to work on starting it through this window, up over that tree, and let it draw back to the flag for me. So here we go. Not bad. Started a little right of where I wanted it, so that means I got to swing harder to the left. And it's not me swinging to the left that makes the ball start to the left, but when I swing more left, it keeps me from pointing this very closed club face over here to the right. So one more time, I'm going to get my strong grip. That's both thumbs down the left-hand side of the shaft. If you're a righty, it's going to be both thumbs down the right-hand side of your shaft. You're going to close the club face first, then get that grip. And I'm going to work really hard on starting it through my window over here and see if we can create that nice, majestic draw that we're all looking for with the driver. And there it is. So, if you want to draw the golf ball in seconds, two very simple adjustments. Strengthen the grip, get your thumbs, if you're a lefty, down the left-hand side of the shaft or grip. If you're a righty, down the right-hand side of the grip or the shaft. Hood that face. Remember, hood the face first, then get the grip adjustment. And then work on starting it to the right, because the ball's going to want to go left or right, depending on if you're left or right-handed because of the closed face. So you've got to work really hard on getting that path more in to out to start that ball left of the target and give it some room to draw back. So now you have two simple setup adjustments that'll literally have you drawing the ball in seconds. I have two more videos here right now that I promise will continue to help you improve your game. And remember, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, thank me, and comment.